I'm Marilee Caruso. It's Monday, January 12th. Today, reinforcements have arrived.
The water plant we have is still out of commission, and we have the Army coming to help us. They have their engineers and also the logistics people that are coming to help us out.
How Canadian Armed Forces are supporting repair efforts on a Manitoba First Nation. Also today, standing in solidarity. Winnipeggers rally at the ledge in support of protesters in Iran. Plus, out with the old, in with the new.
We're moving from paper to plastic, and now we're moving from plastic to pixels.
How you can access your health card right on your phone. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Military boots are on the ground tonight in Pimicikamak Cree Nation. Canadian Armed Forces members are fixing critical infrastructure in an effort to get the hard-hit community back on its feet following an extended power outage. CTV's Joseph Bernacki is standing by in studio with the latest on the work now underway. So, Joseph, what kind of assistance is the military providing?
Marilee, there are currently 7 members of the Canadian Armed Forces in Pimicikamak, about 540 kilometers north of Winnipeg. The team, consisting of construction engineers, plumbing, heating, and electrical generation systems experts, are there to assess the damage and provide assistance where needed. The Canadian Armed Forces tells CTV News the Joint Operational Support Group planned to be in Pimicikamak for 2 weeks. A short while ago, Chief Monius and Shirley Robinson, Executive Council member with Pimicikamak Cree Nation, said assessing the water treatment plant and getting it back online is the first priority for the military. Approximately 4,400 people from the First Nation are still out of their homes. Leadership says these past 2 weeks have taken an emotional and psychological toll on the community.
The Army, with their engineers and their logistics people, are going to be taking a look at they're doing a site tour on the water plant right now. Take notes and identify what needs to be fixed and assess how it needs to be fixed and what resources are required to fix it.
Like, they really want to go home, and there's that feeling of displacement, that feeling of isolation, that feeling of that they can't be with their community.
The chief says dozens of workers are on the way to help the 8 plumbers currently stationed in Cross Lake. Some people are coming from as far as Calgary. The chief says a second technical assessment team from the military is expected to arrive later this week and may bring additional equipment based on that initial assessment.
What about those evacuees, Joseph? Do we have an update on the people now staying in Winnipeg and Thompson?
Well, Marilee, Chief Monius is concerned about the roughly 1,300 to 1,500 evacuees in Thompson. Monius says the evacuees may be forced to leave their hotels as early as Wednesday to accommodate an upcoming hockey tournament. We've reached out to Canadian Red Cross, as their organization is responsible for providing emergency logistics when the crisis began. They've acknowledged our inquiry, but we've yet to hear back at this time.
All right, thanks for this, Joseph. A senior from Pinawa is dead after her vehicle was hit by a semi in Lac du Bonnet. RCMP say it happened at noon Friday at the intersection of Highway 11 and Minnewawa Street. Investigators say the 78-year-old woman entered the intersection and was hit by a northbound semi. She was declared dead at the scene. The 41-year-old man from Fannisdale behind the wheel of the semi was uninjured. RCMP, along with a forensic collision reconstructionist, continue to investigate. More than 100 people gathered at the Manitoba legislature Sunday in support of protesters in Iran. This is in response to claims by activists who say at least 538 people were killed and even more feared dead during nationwide protests over economic uncertainty. Protests took place in 185 cities with more than 10,000 people detained, according to the U.S.-based human rights activist news agency. The co-organizer of Winnipeg's event says the Iranian regime is blocking international calls and internet access, making it difficult to get in touch with relatives in Iran.
We're scared, right? Because you have no news, you don't know how they're doing. They've also cut down the electricity as well, so they don't have no phone connection, no internet, no light. All that is definitely affecting their day-to-day life as well. So it's definitely scary for everyone.
Josani says people are defying the internet blockade by using Starlink. Some of those in the crowd at the legislature could be seen waving the lion and sun flag, a flag used before the 1979 Islamic Revolution, which is seen as a symbol of Iranian opposition. CTV's Harrison Shin will have much more, especially local reaction to that conflict in Iran, coming up at 6 o'clock. A 52-year-old man is facing arson charges after allegedly starting a fire in his own apartment suite. The incident happened Sunday afternoon on Clark Street in Osborne Village. Fire crews alerted police after deeming the fire suspicious in nature. Investigators believe the suspect set fire to furniture inside his apartment. Police say the blaze caused significant damage and endangered the safety of other tenants in the building. Police arrested the man without incident. He's facing charges of arson with disregard for human life and has been detained in custody. A 40-year-old man is facing charges following the random attack of 3 women in the Winnipeg Skywalk system. Around 6:30 last Thursday morning, Winnipeg police say a woman was walking in the Millennium Library Skywalk when a man grabbed her and tried to remove her backpack. A second woman was then confronted in the Graham Avenue Skywalk and pushed against a railing. Then a short time later, a man threatened to stab a third woman and slapped a coffee cup out of her hand. He then threw the cup at her and pushed her. The suspect was located by police in the Skywalk near St. Mary Avenue around 7:30 a.m. He's charged with robbery, 2 counts of assault, assault with a weapon, and uttering threats to cause death or bodily harm. Manitoba's health card is going digital.
We're moving from paper to plastic, and now we're moving from plastic to pixels.
A digital health card is now available to apply for and access on mobile devices through a Manitoba Wallet app. It allows offline access to stored digital credentials and is the latest step in the province's modernization of the card, which moved from paper to plastic over the past year. Manitobans have the option to request a plastic or digital card or both when signing up. The health minister says it will make things easier in case of emergencies and for families.
For parents, this step today means one less thing that you got to keep track of in your lives. Instead of juggling multiple cards for your kids, you can have them all in one place, right on your phone.
For those already registered, the digital card is available immediately. The province hopes to expand the Manitoba Wallet, which allows offline access to stored digital credentials. The province says you'll be able to choose which data you want to share. The City of Winnipeg is encouraging customers with estimated water bills to submit meter readings so you only pay for what you actually use. Today is the start of the first meter reading week. The water bylaw requires customers to provide 1 reading per year. But the city is hoping people will provide 1 every time they receive a letter or email reminder. The city says estimated bills can see customers pay too much or too little and can hide leaks. Customers can submit a meter reading through the city's website using their meter number and reading, including all zeros. CTV weather specialist Colleen Brady joins us now with the first look at your Skywatch evening forecast. What are you tracking for us tonight, Colleen?
Well, speaking of all zeros, the temperature pretty close to 0 today and into tonight across southern Manitoba. In fact, we'll see temperatures rise throughout the night here in Winnipeg and the surrounding areas, but it does come with precipitation as well. And not just snow. You can see there's rain showers with temperatures being so mild, and even by the looks of it, from some freezing rain crossing southern Manitoba as well. We are going to embark on somewhat of a temperature roller coaster over the next 48 to 72 hours. I'll show you what I mean coming up. But for now, the CTV Live Eye is brought to you by Bathfitter, exclusive home of the PermaFit solution. Right now in Winnipeg, it's cloudy and it's -2. It feels like -7 with the wind chill when you factor in those south-southwest winds at 19 kilometers an hour. The pressure is dropping and the humidity is 85%. A live look down onto Donald Street. Very busy. Headlights in both directions. They're coming on to and off of the Midtown Bridge.
We're super excited to be able to announce the Uniqlo is coming to CF Polo Park.
Coming up, details on when the Japanese clothing giant is opening here in Winnipeg. Markets shrugged off the investigation of the chair of the U.S. Federal Reserve, with the S&P 500 ending the day with a record high. BNN Bloomberg's Marilla Fernandez has more on that.
Federal prosecutors are looking at whether Jerome Powell lied to Congress about a renovation of the central bank's headquarters. But the chair says this is really about the independence of his office, which he says faces threats and ongoing pressure. The chair has been a target of the U.S. president for the last year. Bank of Canada Governor Tiff Macklem is offering his full support to Powell. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to 72.06. West Texas Intermediate is up to 59.32. Western Canadian Select up $1.44 to 44.10. And the TSX gained 261 points today for yet another record close. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
Market Watch is brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross. Group health plans for any size business.
A Japanese lifewear retailer is set to open a pair of stores in Winnipeg.
We're super excited to be able to announce that Uniqlo is coming to CF Polo Park.
Uniqlo announced today it will open its first location at CF Polo Park this spring. It will be on the second level by the food court. A second location will follow at St. Vitel's Center. Uniqlo is just one of several new businesses opening or set to open at Polo Park.
You know, I think retail is always one of those challenging industries where there's an ebb and flow. So right now there's a lot of great tenants that want to come to Manitoba and come to Winnipeg to see what we can offer and how they can provide that.
Among the new businesses coming to Polo Park is Estella's Cafe and Abercrombie & Fitch. While Polo Park isn't saying anything about the iconic American retailer at this time, the city has issued a development permit to the brand for the relocation of an exterior door on the main floor of the mall. Visitors to Living Prairie Museum Saturday took a lesson on how animals survive winter peg. The museum kicked off its 2026 with its Animals in Winter program. Visitors learned about migration, hibernation, and winter survival strategies inside the museum's interpretive center. Outside, people took part in a scavenger hunt to find hints of wildlife, from deer and rabbit tracks to vole tunnels under the snow. The museum's curator says sometimes visitors can even see coyote tracks too.
The important thing is we don't always see those animals, but we see their signs, and we're sharing this habitat with them, right? It's really fun to just imagine what those animals are doing in the winter and know that our animal relatives are out there surviving the winter just like we are.
The museum offers drop-in programs every Saturday, such as snowshoeing and indoor programming. More information can be found on the museum's website. The Grand Slam of Curling's Crown Royal Players Championship wrapped up Sunday in Steinbach, and it's safe to say it was a smash success both on and off the ice. It was nearly a storybook ending for Gimli's Carrie Anerson, but she dropped a hard-fought game to Switzerland in the women's final. Meantime, it was an all-Scottish final on the men's side, with Ross White's rink pulling off a 6-3 victory. The 6-day tournament was a first major competition held at Steinbach's new Southeast Event Center. A tournament spokesperson tells us final attendance numbers haven't yet been tallied, but confirms it was the second most attended Grand Slam of Curling event ever.
Steve Martin, Martin Short especially, I remember growing up watching you guys my whole life thinking one day I'm going to beat them.
A big night at the Golden Globes for Canadians and Leo DiCaprio's latest flick. All that next in Spotlight.
Spotlight, sponsored by the Casinos of Winnipeg, presenting Jade Eagleson.
Colleen Brady is back now for Spotlight, and the stars were shining in Beverly Hills last night as awards season officially got underway.
That's right, Marilee, and it was one win after another for one of the most acclaimed films of the year at the Golden Globes.
Thank you very much for this affectionate award. Appreciate it. Thank you.
One battle after another won 4 awards on the night, including Best Musical and Comedy. Best Drama went to Hamnet. Tiana Taylor won for Best Supporting Actress, while Paul Thomas Anderson took home Directing and Screenplay prizes. But it wasn't a clean sweep for one battle after another.
If you would have told me when I was 19 years old, I'd be thanking Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. All right, you're laughing, so I got away with that. Thank you, Kevin.
Timothée Chalamet beat out Leonardo DiCaprio to win Best Actor in a Musical or Comedy for his performance in Marty Supreme. Jessie Buckley won Best Drama Actress for Hamnet, and Rose Byrne won in the comedy category for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Steve Martin, Martin Short especially, I remember growing up watching you guys my whole life thinking one day I'm going to beat them.
And Canadians made a strong showing this year. Vancouver's Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg took home the award for Best Television Series for The Studio. And Korean-Canadian director Maggie Kang won Best Animated Feature for her debut film, K-Pop Demon Hunters. Other wins of note, Jean Smart won Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Television Series for her role in Hacks. And The Pit won for Best Drama Series.
Well, get ready to see the WSO like never before.
That's right. A popular performance series is giving ticket holders an intimate look. Inside Out returns with 3 shows at Centennial Concert Hall from Tuesday to Thursday this week. The immersive experience sits concertgoers right amongst the musicians on stage, providing a unique view of what is involved in each performance. The program features bite-sized excerpts from Richard Wagner's Ring Cycle, including The Ring of the Valkyries, and handles music for the Royal Fireworks.
In a regular symphony experience, you hear the instruments from afar, both visually and also audibly, and so you hear everything quite blended. But in this situation, what you're going to be hearing is the details and actually seeing what it takes to play these instruments at the incredibly high level that our musicians play them.
Tickets are available through the WSO's box office and are expected to sell out.
No doubt. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now to some sad news. A founding member of a legendary rock band died over the weekend.
Merrily, the Grateful Dead's Bob Weir has passed away at the age of 78.
One of these days, better they better be going out of the door and down the street alone.
Bob Weir sang and played guitar with the San Francisco band from their beginning in 1965 until they broke up 30 years later. The group amassed a cult following, their members affectionately known as Deadheads. Weir was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1994. His website says he died of lung issues related to a cancer diagnosis.
All right, thanks for this call.
You're welcome. Your primetime lineup starts at 6:30 with the NFL Thursday Night Football pregame. Then at 7, the Houston Texans travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. And Children Ruin Everything. That follows at 9:15. It's all right here tonight on CTV. -2 out there. A live look at the Provencher Bridge in the Esplanade Riel. That temperature is actually going to be rising throughout the night. I'll show you what's ahead coming up.
Women's clothing provided by R.W. & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon. CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Colleen Brady back now with your Skywatch forecast, and boy, is it nice out there right now.
It sure is, but it's a mixed bag. Temperatures will be rising. They're already exceptionally mild for this time of year. They'll be going up throughout the night, but then they'll be dropping off tomorrow afternoon. They're going to be a lot colder by the midweek, and then they're going to rise again. So a bit of a temperature roller coaster we're embarking on, and it comes with a mixed bag of weather conditions as well. There's both snow falling and rain as well, and you can see some freezing rain there picking up on the satellite radar. All of this is courtesy of a low pressure system that's developing over northern Alberta. Out in front, all this precipitation, not just in the south, but principally in northern Manitoba with snow. But we are getting a mix of conditions down here in the south. And in Winnipeg right now, it's cloudy, but you can see all around the city on the radar, there is that precipitation. So it's not outside the realm of possibility that we could see freezing rain or freezing drizzle develop in the city, but across the south. And that could make things a little slippery for the next few hours. And some of this, too, spilling over into northwestern northwestern Ontario. So here's a look at that area. To the east of Manitoba, a little clearer. There was some sunshine on the other side of the border today, but that will change. But it's been very mild there as well. But as we go throughout the next few hours, you can see 9 o'clock, that potential for freezing rain really increases on either side of the provincial border here in the southeast of Manitoba and into northwestern Ontario. Meanwhile, that snow continues to fall across the north. A few areas will see a little bit more than the rest. Most areas will see a few centimeters of this, but really it's a narrow swath from Lynn Lake through over to Island Lake, which could see 5 to 10 centimeters of total accumulation by the time this winds down on Tuesday. But throughout the night, you can see into Tuesday morning, that snow will continue to fall across much of the north. It does ease up, as you can see, though, and then tomorrow we will see temperatures drop off in the afternoon in the wake of the low as it passes by and some very strong northwest winds. By Tuesday night, you see we clear right out all across the region, across Manitoba and northwestern Ontario, setting us up for sunshine for the midweek, but also for temperatures that suddenly will fall below normal, but that won't last long either. So you see the asterisk that tells you temperatures will be rising throughout the night instead of falling, up to around 2 degrees by morning. There's that chance of rain showers or snow showers, winds out of the northwest at 30, gusting to 50, even potentially even freezing rain. We'll see how it goes. Now tomorrow the temperature drops to -9 in the afternoon or thereabouts, again with the chance of rain showers in the morning, flurries in the afternoon as the temperature cools down with those continued strong northwest winds. -14 on Wednesday in the sunshine, back up to +2 on Thursday. Snow or rain likely though, and then temperatures cool right off by Friday. You see what I mean by a roller coaster? Our first weather photo takes us out to the look out of Mike's patio door in North Kildonan here in Winnipeg. That's very wintry indeed. And just northwest of Winnipeg, Gordon, Manitoba. That's where we find Crystal's Farm and that beautiful view. Send us your weather photos to Winnipeg Weather at ctv.ca.
The CTV Skywatch Pick of the Day is brought to you by the Manitoba Chiropractors Association. We've got your back.
One of the world's most active volcanoes is putting on a show once again. Glowing lava was visible inside the Kilauea volcano on the Big Island of Hawaii late last night into this early morning. It's the central feature of Hawaii's Volcanoes National Park. The crater that formed when Kilauea collapsed is nearly 3 miles long and 2 miles wide and covers an area of more than 4 square miles. The volcano has experienced on and off eruptions since late 2024. We've been seeing a lot of remarkable pictures and video ever since that's happened. So treated to it once again tonight. That does it for us this hour of Don't Go Far. We're back at 6 with much more local news. Hope to see you then.